Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Maya, and in today's video, we're going to be going over how you as a man can build sexual chemistry with a woman. There has to be that blend of attraction as well as familiarity that she feels for you. And this looks like you guys spending more time together. The more a woman spends time with you, the more she's going to feel comfortable around you. And sexual chemistry, at least for a woman, we have to feel comfortable with the man we're engaging with, or we will never be able to open in the ways that sometimes men have an easier time doing in the sexual way and the sexual capacity for that. And where sexual chemistry really does build is not necessarily through the words you speak and the conversations you have. And with that being said, your energy matters almost more than your words of what you are putting into that relationship. Now, words are one thing, and of course we can be sexually stimulated by specific conversations you have with a woman, but that is secondary to that, because what is highly attractive is the energy of who you are as a man. And obviously, we as women are going to naturally feel drawn to more masculine embodied men because there's polarity there. And for sexual chemistry to be there, I feel like there has to be contrast within the people you're seeing. And this can happen when a man is not comfortable within his masculinity, which can then lead him to being more feminine in a relationship dynamic with a woman that craves that masculine figure. And that's where I want to start, because the energy of your masculinity is highly, highly attractive, especially to feminine women. And being masculine, I think, especially in this modern society, is a little confusing because we're teaching men quite the opposite of what that word truthfully means. And it's having honor and integrity within yourself first and foremost, and being able to assert yourself in a way that is just the representation of strength, confidence, and the power that can be activated through the remembrance that you don't have to try to be masculine. This is something that is effortless when you allow yourself to drop down all of these different protective mechanisms you've picked up of being way too nice, of being a people pleaser, being passive and submitting to life rather than taking control over your life and your decision making. Because what women find very attractive is a man who is comfortable with taking lead. And a lot of men sometimes feel very uncomfortable taking leadership, especially in a sexual setting, or just in the initial phases of a relationship, or just with a woman you're seeing and are desiring. And for you to become comfortable within this, first and foremost starts by how are you leading yourself? And how are you leading yourself through the conversations you have, through the dates you're planning, through the things that you as a man have under control that allows her to rest more in her femininity, that creates that magnetism for you. She can depend on you. She doesn't have to be too in her head. She can be in the heart. She can be in the present. And a man who can offer that to a woman, she's going to feel highly safe, highly secure, as well as look up to you. And one secret I want to offer to the men today is a woman wants to look up to her man. If you're putting her on a pedestal, she's looking down at you. For some, they unconsciously do this because they feel like their worth lies within the woman that they're seeing. If you feel like she's better than you or more attractive than you, you're naturally putting yourself to a lower tier than her. And there's going to be that sense of lack or insecurity is going to intuitively pick up on at some point. If you're not comfortable in your masculinity, in being assertive, of taking lead and initiating life, you're not comfortable within your masculinity. Well, first I want to ask you why. Who told you that that's a wrong thing? And why are you still buying into another person's belief they have over masculinity? Because masculinity to me is the most attractive thing a man can offer. And with that brings that sexual draw towards a man being a woman in her femininity. And a lot of men actually crave that within women. And they crave the role of being that dominant figure, as well as her being able to submit to you because of trust. So sexual chemistry builds with time, builds through the sexual tension that is created by taking space and pauses within your guys' initial interactions and not jumping the gun right away, because of your lack of self-control. A woman wants to see a man who can control his sexual urges, even if she's teasing you and perhaps is showing you that she wants to be sexually active with you. That could just be a test for you to show her how much self-control you have, as well as honor that is shown through waiting to have that experience with the person. Because for a lot of people, this hookup culture is very relevant right now, and I think people have sex way too soon, and it's actually killing the attraction to begin with, because there's that tease that happens, there's this play that happens, and excitement that builds from that tension that allows that to enter the bedroom in such a profound way that is a spiritual experience as well, because you're not allowing your animalistic nature to override your decision making. And when that happens, the spiritual component of sex is being overridden by the animalistic natures to begin with. So showing a woman you can take lead, building the sexual tension that comes by actually creating space between you two, and playing into the sexual tension that can come through conversation, physical touch, eye contact, and even just inside jokes, you guys. Making a person laugh is such a great way to build that infatuation she has for you, because you're making her feel good. And we want to be around people that make us feel good. And you as a man need to embody the masculinity that comes by taking control and taking lead of any situation at hand. And instead of listening to your insecurities and all of the areas you feel like you lack, flip the narrative and be confident in who you are. Be assertive when necessary. Lead the relationship in a way that you're showing her you can handle it. You can handle planning dates. You can handle being vulnerable at times and building that emotional capacity for her as well as yourself. That will naturally allow the sexual chemistry to increase with time instead of killing it right away. So I hope today's video helped when it comes to understanding how women build sexual chemistry for you as a man. And if it did, please give this video a like, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more videos like this, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.